And
And
we're
I was saying how I mean this argument got really rough, but he was just telling me how he was sitting at home next to his grandpa, and yeah, he was just chilling. He was sitting on his phone, and his grandpa's like, "Yeah, you kids today, you're all dependent on your technology and all." And he was like, "Dude, you are a flippin' hypocrite," and proceeded to unplug his life support machine.
womp womp womp.
Roll it.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
Well, that one that's T, he might be here this evening. We're not sure yet. He's having some technical difficulties with an upload going on. But hey, you got us. It's Thursday. It's 9 o'clock, and you're here on YouTube watching us, hanging out. We're Figure Action, a collector's podcast. If you're watching us here live on YouTube, two important things. Number one, make sure you get in that live chat over there. We got a lot of awesome people already hanging out with us. We'll be calling out your comments throughout the span of the show and interacting with y'all. It's always a good time.
And that's
Always
the important
fun.
one right there. He's there.
There we go. Awesome, dude. Awesome, dude. And make sure you kielbasa slam that like button. Make sure, if you haven't already, you hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. We'll be having
I may or may not be hijacking the channel at some point later this weekend. You never know.
You're more than welcome to. We got to get back rolling on that additional content. Once I have the house, I'll be rolling on that again, doing some live streams. Once I have good internet again, I'll be streaming some games, having some fun. And also, head on over to our Teespring store. Dave, show the fine folks what you're wearing. You can get one of our Figure Action shirts. There's plenty of time to get one before TFCon. We've got some of the best prices for podcasting merch out there. You're going to help us out. You're going to look good doing it. And it's a good way to get some free Figure Action points when you show up at TFCon.
Because nothing is hotter than guys at a sci-fi con wearing black t-shirts and jeans.
I mean, it's par for the course, but
And trust me, compared to some of them cosplay girls, and TFCon cosplay girls are not anime waifus. Trust me. Trust me.
It's like if you can't see anything,
You gotta see it for yourself.
Yeah. So Dave, I see you're not hating Target right now.
Nope, we'll be talking about that later.
That's different. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Very
but other
different.
than that, how the hell are you? And did you get anything cool this week?
Okay, I got some cool things. I'm gonna talk about the basics, and then this is going to be a very special episode. A very special episode. So, with the conventional stuff, I did get my Supervillains Red Skull. This was the last one I needed for my Marvel Legends. And believe it or not, this was the last thing on my hit list. So, I'm not sure if Galvatron's going to show up down here because it's North Carolina. Not sure about the freaking Master of the Universe thing, which I'm still 70-30 about. This was my last, oh dear God, this is what I need to track down. I am, for once, flipping caught up. It is the weirdest feeling ever. With this guy, all my hit list is hit.
It's a good feeling, though.
It is. But it's weird. This is like the one guy who gets cherry picked from every wave. Those Dr. Dooms are everywhere. I might pick one of those up if it goes on closeout. But I'm really excited because I now have a leader for my Hydra display, which also means I'm going to be using that castle display and maybe have I want to do some more classic Captain America stuff. So this makes me really happy. And of course, that's taken care of. I received this in the mail today from our absent Figure Action brother, Joe. He still hasn't told me how much I owe him, which I don't think he's going to. So this means I'm excited. I mean, this is a figure I did want. And so I'm excited to mess around with her. Giggity. But this is not getting thrown. All right. Then I got 2 more packages. And this is going to... Bear with me 1 second. As I said, this is a special one. In the history of this show, we have one guy. We mentioned him occasionally, and I don't think we mentioned him enough. He is probably, I would say, the top, probably one of, or if not the top supporter to the figure action family. He is in the chat room. I did briefly mention him last week for his birthday, and that is a man named No Effort Randomness. I'm not going to mention his real name. It's up to him if he wants to share it, but he's in our chat room right now. I received 2 boxes this week from him. One, I get another Cobra Trooper. Awesome. My army is growing. The next stuff that is... Now, this guy has sent some awesome stuff to Matt. He's not here right now. He has sent me some really cool things as well. But what he sent me this week, I don't know if it was really a gift for me or if it was a gift to you all. For those of you who are regularly watching the show, you know that the whole Loki thing, I had a slight bit of mistake in actors. So I now have a nice reminder of having a complete Owen Wilson DVD movie collection. And despite, I know, listen, Nightwingham, you're probably my top, you're usually my top troll. Sportimus, you're close, but guys, No Effort has won. No Effort is the Kiss guy, if you're a Foo Fighters fan, you know what I'm talking about, of trolling. Because not only do I have this DVD set of Owen Wilson movies, but on those cold nights, watching these movies,
Twice, says Sportimus.
I will be able to wrap myself in possibly the softest blanket I have ever been in. And this blanket, it's not just nice. It is all right, all right, all right. From the bottom of my heart, I am never getting laid in this blanket, ever.
Have you shown it to your wife yet?
She saw it slightly, but I mean, this is when I move on from this realm, people are gonna find this in my belongings still.
It's funny. I actually used a blanket making service once to get my cousin a gag gift.
It's so soft though.
And it was a George W. Bush blanket.
Okay, this part might get me laid. I'm not sure, but I will cherish this. So thank you, thank you. Zero, how was your week?
Yeah, my week was pretty good. It's a short week because we got off Monday for the 4th of July holiday, and
Getting off Monday? Why would
we
you
got
get
off
that
this? Yeah, because they can't give us off. It was like either they give you off the Friday or the Monday because they have to give you a day off. 4th of July fell on the weekend, so
I was working. Sorry, yeah, I was working.
So yeah. But yeah, no. So it's been kind of nice having a 4-day work week. Getting closer to getting the house, getting closer to going on vacation. So I'll be down in the Carolinas a week after next. So
what part?
Sunset Beach.
So
we'll be like 20 minutes north of Myrtle. That's where we go every year. So looking forward to that. And yeah, it's just kind of really just waiting to get into that house. It's going to be nice. So, well, I say it's going to be nice, but we got a lot of work with moving, painting, and thank God I don't have to get new furniture this go round.
Well, if you order it now, it'll show up for Christmas.
Funny you mentioned that. Holy crap!
Oh, whoa!
What's going on?
Well, Dave just he showed something he got in the mail.
You got something in the mail?
I got a couple things in the mail. Aren't you seeing my new Owen Wilson blanket?
That's
What's the story
McConaughey.
with that blanket?
So, yeah, Dave.
I know I haven't been on here in a while, but I feel like I've missed an inside joke.
You
Dave
kind of
mixed
did,
up
actually.
McConaughey and Owen Wilson. So he kept calling Owen Wilson Matthew McConaughey, and now he has a blanket and a movie collection, so he'll never forget.
Because Matthew McConaughey's in that new Loki series.
Exactly.
I can barely hear you guys. I'm about to go find some earbuds. Hold on.
Well, while you're finding them, let me go through what I got this week.
Loving is what he got. I said, remember that.
So regardless of how the new He-Man winds up, these to me are figures I wanted. And so I held out. I didn't get that Origins line, but I managed to find myself a Cringer / Battle Cat, who you can't really see because I've got my green screen on. We'll put the mask back on. He's awesome. Mattel, I have some of the Velociraptors from Mattel, and I've really dug them. And a lot of the engineering they have in those Jurassic Park dinosaurs you'll find here in this Battle Cat. I like the fact that, he's got some articulation. He can go side to side. Check out T-Man's review. I pretty much agree with them on pretty much every angle there. I really wish he could get those front legs out a little bit more. But I like the posability. I'm looking forward to getting my damn He-Man so I can put him on there. They're apparently showing up in Walmarts now, so I'm looking forward to getting my He-Man and my Skeletor. Next up, I finally got in my Tenga Warriors. So one more thing off the Mighty Morphin list. Let's see. I used my coupon in GameStop to get Jerome for $15. So one more Spartan off the list. And lastly, I got a figure I've been waiting for a long time. Everybody knows I'm a big MMC fanboy, and I got myself Stellaris Promenon. And one of the cool things was I had a replacement part coming from MMC, and it was for my my Rumble, because Rumble is blue. The leg just got stress marks on it out of nowhere, like bad stress marks, like the thing was just gonna. And
dude, I think it's that rough. It's stressing everybody out.
Yeah, I've never seen something like where a leg got its own stress marks. Like it was nuts. So,
it has varicose veins.
What?
It has varicose veins.
It was kind of like that, but in white plastic form. So I requested that part before I moved. I gave him this address because we knew we were going here. So that was, that was like April when I requested that part. And funny enough, it came. I guess MMC knew that I was going to need the fix pieces for this guy, so they included the kit to fix the legs. So the legs, they're nice and sturdy. They actually have a nice solid lock. Love this figure. I passed on the official Star Convoy just because, well, I didn't like the retool of the Power of the Primes. How that looked. Yeah, and this is just a nice, big, chunky, posable figure. Really enjoy him. Highly recommend him. So I think I've now got basically every major Optimus Prime in a Masterpiece scale, which is kind of nuts, except for, I guess, the Energon and Cybertron ones. So, yeah, recommend him. And that's it for me. Joe, did you get your earbuds in?
Oh, look, it's T-Man. No, I found earbuds, but apparently when you don't use these things for like 3-4 weeks in a row, they die. The battery dies. So.
Oh, crap.
Same thing happens if you don't feed a fish.
Do what?
Same thing will happen if you don't feed a fish.
Dude, we lost 6 tadpoles. Like we got the tadpole kit, for like the kids' science thing, and we paid for 2. We got 6, and we ended up with 0 frogs.
That's not good, Matt. That's
And they tasted terrible.
Well, aside from eating tadpoles, how have you been?
I've been good.
we miss you, man.
I had we had visitors the past couple of weeks, so that's why I didn't have this room because there was somebody in it, and I kind of felt like it would be weird, coming on here and talking to you guys with my mother-in-law, trying to sleep in the background. So, but I'm back. They just literally pulled out the driveway like 5 minutes ago. Alicia is driving them all back up to Maryland, and then picking up the other kids and bringing them all back down. So I got the whole house to myself for the weekend. I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
Porn.
No, I'm probably gonna end up like doing like really boring shit, like cleaning the house. Do some dusting, some vacuuming. Maybe I'll go to the landfill and clean this place up.
Okay.
Nothing exciting. No parties.
My honest joke, no joke, but I just say crank up the music. The few times I get the house to myself, I'm literally got all the Bluetooth speakers cranked all the way up, and I'm just.
Yeah, I don't know about the music, but I think maybe I put like a nice audiobook on and just crank that volume up to like 11 and just listen to a good book. That sounds exciting. Now, I'm wondering, is Matt not on? Because I sent him a text about an hour or so ago saying, hey, I got the house to myself if you want to stop by this weekend. And I see he's not on. So I'm wondering, did he like rush to the airport? Is he on his way?
You know what he's doing.
Because he didn't answer. I mean, he can bring that, he can bring the I'll try something. Try something new.
Oh, make sure you walk around in your drawer.
Oh, that's every day.
Sony says he misses all the background toys.
Dude, me too. On my Google Photos today, how they send you like the memories thing, was a picture of me in my like a selfie that I took in my old toy room. And I saw that today, and I had to like shed a little tear because I missed that. But if you want, I mean, I can take you over to like the big wall of boxes that I have. I just have like this gigantic monolith of storage boxes.
What if we were to just
there you go. There you go. Oh man,
it gets creepier when I move.
Oh shit. That brings back memories. One of these days, and maybe about 6 months, I'll have a new house, and I'll have to make a trip to IKEA and load up on some more detolfs and stuff. And I don't think I'm gonna go with Billy's this time, though. I think I might do. Actually, I don't even know if I'm gonna do detolfs. I might just do those the square things.
Hell, my mainstay bookshelves are just nice.
I'm not up on my Swedish, so I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one with the squares. Like you can get them like 3 squares, 4 squares, 6 squares.
I just said my mainstay shelves for $30 each are just fine. I did get a couple of glass display shelves just for the extra good stuff, but that price kind of balances out.
I might not be able to do Billy's depending on how I do the house, because I'm debating whether I want to do the shelves in the. So the thing is, originally I was going to gut the bar in the basement.
That's it. Thank you, Kevin. Sorry.
Yeah, but originally I was going to gut the bar in the basement and make that my display area, but I think I'm going to take one of the upstairs bedrooms and turn that into an office and display room.
Dude, you touch that bar, I will drive up there personally and smack it in the face.
Well,
you turn that bar into a bar.
I have alternate plans. I think it's going to be a bar, and I think it's going to be a barcade, because I was told that there is a spot in there that would be perfect for an arcade cabinet. When I heard that, I was like, So
are you gonna be in there for October, or?
Yeah, no, I will be there.
Okay, so we all crashing at your house?
You're more than welcome to. The pool is
I think
heated,
Matt
by
might
the
book
way.
at the hotel, but we could just get a refund on that shit and crash at your house.
Well, Lance is staying with me.
Oh, never mind.
Right,
We'll stay there.
We'll hear that rumbling through the house.
But
yeah, seriously, dude, barcade that one. Get yourself a foosball table down there because you probably can't fit a pool table down there.
If I got rid of the pellet stove, I could probably finagle a pool table in there, but
That's
then it would block.
Stove?
Yes.
What's a pellet stove for?
You won't need it in Florida.
Well, actually, I do have. Let me grab one thing I've been working on.
For those who don't know, pellet stoves are really popular, especially up in areas like Vermont, Maine, and such, because they don't want to heat their house with gas because it'll send their gas bill through the roof. But a pellet stove uses a minimal amount of power, uses compressed wood pellets, you pour it into there, and that sucker can heat about 2,000 square feet. Now, you have to use a particular grain of pellets. You can't let moisture get into there. And so with him having the pellet stove, his gas bill is pretty much going to be next to nothing. And his electric bill will still be, it won't affect his power bill that much.
That's fascinating.
So,
guess what I do for a living?
So, for that arcade, I'm going to build it myself. This is a Raspberry Pi that I put together and scrapped together an image for. And so there's a Micro Center not far from me that sells all the integral components. And I love this Raspberry Pi. This is actually a hard drive. And it goes, so this isn't your NES Mini. This actually goes in here, locks in, close the door. 8-bit DOE wireless controllers work on this thing. And next step is to get a Raspberry Pi and all the housing for an arcade cabinet. And I'll be sitting pretty.
I got the next best thing.
What's that?
An old hacked Xbox.
Well, yeah, those work great.
But has Joe actually gotten anything this week?
Yeah,
I got this.
No, I didn't because I didn't.
Okay. So, T-Man, what did you get this week?
Yeah, I've been on a spending free, so let's go to T-Man.
And T, how the hell are you?
I'm good. I'm happy. Yay, T-Man. I got Aquaman and Battle Cat.
You actually got Aquaman. That was like the one I said I was absolutely skipping on.
His face is good from every
his
angle.
Trident looks a little limp there, T.
It is?
Yeah, looking a little floppy.
He saw what Amber Heard did to Johnny Depp.
I had it stored. Everything that I was going to be reviewing recently or soon, I threw into a box and took into the room. And I didn't have it stored correctly, so yeah. But I guess it did feel rigid beforehand, but it is pliable. I did a review for this guy. I didn't do the review for him yet. His face looks like him from every angle, like I said, besides straight on. It looks kind of weird.
It looks like Jim Caviezel is Aquaman.
Yeah. Battle Cat. You see me talk about him. I also got the Flash. But I didn't get him for the Walmart discount, unfortunately. I found it at Target. I just put up a review for this lady. Toru from My Hero Academia.
I still can't believe you actually got that.
It's invisible, especially if you have it on camera with a white backdrop. But yeah, like I said at the end, they went super cheap. They should have put different hands in there at least. I don't know why they didn't do that. And no effort, generousness sent me this. I picked it up from Matt, and then while I was picking this up, I found out that he also sent this. He says he must have lost his mind. The Storm Collectibles Injustice Ares right here. Will never take his mask off. And you Does he take? He doesn't take them. Did you have this game, Dave?
Hell yeah. That's what a few games I'm actually good at.
No, he didn't take the mask off, right?
I think he did in one of his endings.
Is his head all black?
Yeah.
No. Well, he definitely looks like never take that off. With
He's
all
a-
three heads.
He's a freaking beast in that game too.
It's like the Rick and Morty Mad Max parody. The guy Hemorrhage, and Summer wants to see his face, and he takes it off. He takes off the helmet, and he's got a dumb mustache.
But this is good. I was gonna do this review, but then Toru showed up, and I don't know if anybody else did a review on this, so this definitely had to go up tonight. But that's that, I believe. Let's get on with the show because I don't know how many topics we got.
Well, we got a bit to talk about, so we'll go ahead and let's just get into it. The segment that I desperately need to create a little video thing for this week in repaints.
I'll give you that one.
So this week in repaints, we're kicking off with
Week in repaints.
It'll be more like that. It'll be flashy. So, yeah. So we've got more Takara Premium Finish figures coming. And I feel like every time they reveal more of these, they get less and less interesting. First up is a Premium Finish Ultra Magnus, which I thought that spoiler pack one had a lot of gray, but what the hell? You know?
I didn't even see that. Did those pictures just come out today?
I think they came out yesterday, if I remember correctly.
I don't know which mold I'm more sick of, this or the Megatron.
Well,
I wonder if they literally just took all the Magnuses that they hadn't sold and just
Recall
unboxed them,
them.
painted them, and put them back in the box.
Yeah, recall them, put another layer of paint on, recall, put another layer of
That's
paint.
why they have to go darker and darker because they have to keep adding paint.
I will say that this core body for Magnus in the all gray looks pretty neat, but not enough to warrant that, especially already having the spoiler pack one, which I think does a better job of being a battle damaged Ultra Magnus. To me, this neither seems premium nor justified, and I expect sites to have this guy on clearance by the end of the year.
Guess what? Skip.
That is a
Yeah.
that is a big skip. Yeah, Johnny Mindset says he's mad that they haven't released a Diaclone Magnus yet. That's probably one we'll get through Generation Selects. Hopefully in the Kingdom mold and not this one. Next up, this one is kind of baffling too. I don't have the Studio Series. I mean, I do have the Studio Series Megatron from the first movie. This, to me, doesn't look all that different from the mainline release.
Up close is probably more scratched looking.
I mean, it looks like there's a little bit of a brushed steel vibe going on this guy, but
I don't think the regular release had the brushed steel thing. I think it was just plain silver. But it was good enough. They didn't need to make this at all. Whoever buys this is a crazy completionist.
Or someone who didn't get the first one.
Yeah. And they want to pay an extra $20.
Oh yeah, these are Japanese only. Never mind.
yeah. So
Lou, skip to my Lou, skip to my Lou.
yeah. So
Joe's throwing money at the screen.
well, we'll do a 180 on this one because next up we have a repaint that's actually, I think, well warranted and looks pretty damn cool. This is the Generation Selects Galvatron, and this is the toy/comic deco, and this one actually has an interesting feature where he comes with foil stickers. So if you want to give this guy a comic look, like I want to, you can leave the stickers off. If you want them to look more toy accurate, you can put the stickers on to your heart content. He also actually comes with a heat activated color changing faction sticker, which I think is pretty awesome. So if you really want to go,
I will, that paint job really brings out the face and head sculpt. I mean, that's cool.
It gives me nostalgia, and I'm not gonna buy it.
I'm in for this one. I really like this deco for Galvatron.
Zero is the problem.
Hey,
hashtag that.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one.
I don't know. I just really like this deco. This is one that since they announced they were doing a Kingdom Galvatron, I was like, oh, I hope they do a comic / toy color one.
Oh yeah, no, it's. I mean, I don't hate this one. This is not like those Magnus ones. those all those Megatrons. Nah. This, it's cool. Cool.
If they wanted to be all the way accurate, he needed gray forearms.
I think this is well in the comic. I think his arms were all purple.
Yeah,
but the toy had gray forearms.
I mean, toy hacks. If you're gonna put those stickers on.
Hold on, I got a copy of Target 2006 right here.
Faster day.
Them some purple arms.
It looks like his forearm is silver though.
Yeah, he did have silver forearms. But
if you're a comic fan, I always recommend it. These things are absolutely awesome.
It's not right. Worst figure ever.
So I guess I'm the only one in for that one.
And orange shoulders for some reason.
Red. Next up, we've got one I don't think any of us are going to be getting, but I have to say this is a pretty badass looking repaint coming from Flames Toys. So they're doing, of course, they're doing a Shattered Glass Optimus Prime because, you know.
That looks like something Joe would like.
It does look really cool. You have to pay money for this, though, right?
Yeah, that you do.
That's a hard pass, then.
Oh, that's the Ferrari. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'll say that the LEDs are really what set this off. Like those red chest LEDs and like the kind of the purple underglow in the abdomen, the purple LEDs in the kneecaps. There's just something about how this looks. I can see somebody.
It looks beautiful. I just can't drop $300.
Yeah,
and the shattered glass on top of that.
Yeah.
Actually, with shattered glass, it's actually a little more appealing. That axe is gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
I'll win it in a raffle. I won't say no to that.
China Mind says, Flames Toys action figures will set my wallet on fire.
That's what I call Flames Toys.
Oh, I see what you did there.
And lastly, for our repaints, we don't have any pictures of this, but we do have an Amazon listing for a Transformers Generation War for Cybertron Kingdom Voyager Starscream. This listing actually went up, and I don't think it was ever available, but it went up yesterday. And this is on the U.S. Amazon site, by the way, not Australia, where a lot of the listings were coming ahead. But curious to see.
This is the King Starscream?
It's hard to say. If they're doing it as a Voyager, I think more people are going to get it. If they do a Coronation Starscream as a leader, I think that would be a pass for a lot of people. Though they could also do a clear one and make it the Ghost Starscream. So it's really hard to say what this is going to be. And hey, speculation. It could also be just a straight up reissue of the Earthrise Starscream.
It might be just like RC
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
and Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
And Ultra Magnus
Is
Magnus had mold changes.
and Megatron.
Megatron had mold
Megatron again.
changes too. But is RC stinking up everybody else's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. I actually saw the premium, or not the premium, the Netflix Optimus Primal today, and the Sparkless Seeker. And
Oh. Somebody just told me they were looking for that.
KJ says, "Where's Sunstorm?"
that's a great question. I'd love to get another Rainmaker Seeker pack.
He doesn't exist.
Those they could do.
Or Coneheads. Wait,
Yeah.
they did do Coneheads. I just didn't get them because they were on Amazon.
And they should reissue those for Kingdom. People would get them. Do a 3-pack.
I'd be up for that.
Next up, we actually have some in-hand photos of the Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen version of Jolt, who was on screen for all but a few seconds.
He is the master of kibble.
Yeah. So we got this guy announced a couple months back, and now some of the reviewers like Tauntaun, Prime versus Prime, and a few others have started to get this guy in hand.
Oh, they got it?
Yeah.
He has the whole half of the car on his hips, and the rest of the car on his back. It's like, and shoulders, like, holy moly. I just got the actual Revenge of the Fallen one not too long ago, so I think I'm gonna skip that.
That was the Revenge of the Fallen one was a nice figure. This though,
I don't even know what character this is. Which movie was this from?
this is
Yeah,
the
he
one
was
that charged up Jetfire's parts so Prime could combine.
The
Yeah.
second one.
And well,
Yeah, he was the Skids of the movie, where he was there, but you don't remember him
Yeah.
because he only did one thing.
Honestly, all the movies between the first one and Bumblebee are kind of like that.
He looked more like Skids than the actual Skids did.
much like a wide receiver with no coverage, easy pass. That's right, I made a sports joke, folks.
Jedi Mindset says he actually does have an ab crunch on him, which I think is interesting.
Does it have a swivel?
A waist swivel. I don't know. I got to watch a review on this guy.
Doesn't look like he has ankle tilt
If it
though.
doesn't have swivel, it's the worst toy ever.
No, it doesn't look like he has ankle tilt.
Like Starscreamer.
I got other issues with that Starscream other than waist swivel.
Price.
That's part of.
And
It's
KJ, we're gonna talk about the Target reissues when we get past their Transformer section, because us and Target, well, but I agree with you.
He looks good. Whoever gets him, yay you.
Yeah, I think he's the. Well, no, I need Skids and Mudflap, unfortunately, to round out my movie Autobots.
God, they were the.
Yep. Though I always did like the ice cream ones. I always thought that was a neat
The
concept.
ice cream was a wasted potential. Aside from that, they literally added nothing to the film. Did they shoot anybody? No. Did they get shot at by anybody? No. They did absolutely. They added.
Their purpose was to make vocal noise coming out of a Transformer because Bumblebee couldn't talk.
Basically.
They added nothing positive to the film except for the concept of the ice cream truck.
Much like Michael Bay.
Pretty much.
Well, if you want to talk about adding something positive,
Yes, please add something positive.
DNA Designs.
Ooh.
They've got some new stuff coming out for your Studio Series figures, but the 86 movie Studio Series figures. So they've got 3 kits coming out, one for Jazz, one for Cup, and one for the Hot Rod.
Fish are jumping today. Hey,
Now, if you don't know what you're going to hear, that looks like somebody peed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we'll get into
I
it. Actually,
saw that. It did not. That was not. Yeah.
actually, they do have new hands for the Bumblebee movie Starscream, so you can get him articulated hands like Blitzwing, and he can hold his weapons a little bit more naturally. But here we go for the Studio Series 86. I think it's funny they put like like the Japanese porn blurs on their faction symbols there.
I get why they're doing this, but I don't get why they're doing this. I mean, this
So-
adds nothing.
Somebody wants it.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna do like a diorama, I think this is pretty cool for people that are doing dioramas or photography. Hopefully this is a cheap one. I think the best thing they could do with this set is to bundle it with Hot Rod.
Cuphead bladder issues.
Cuphead bladder.
I don't understand though is when they come out with kits like this. My first thought always like make a kit for an effect piece that is hard for people to customize themselves. Don't make a kit with an effect that I can literally accomplish with some yellow Play-Doh in like 5 seconds.
Or glue and food coloring.
Or I can take a yellow crayon and melt it down and boom, done.
I mean,
Give me something complicated.
Aside for display value, this really adds nothing, and then you got to have a specific display. I get it for the person it's intended for, but it's like 6 people on the planet that really want it.
You can use that to make it look like somebody peed on there. So
you've got your amber, you got your amber bases from your dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
For that.
That's true.
And guess what? It's $10. It's $10 less, and you get a dinosaur. And for crying out loud, they could have at least let Daniel have moving knees. What did Hasbro make this?
no, then it would cost too much.
To be fair, that's a really tiny Daniel.
Well, Hot Rod can hold them close.
I see what you did there. See, J-Mine says, "Not gonna lie, I just want that fishing rod for Hot Rod. Looking at this made me want to shop around for a Mr. Tramp."
I've had a couple of beers tonight, folks.
I'll just wait for that shark from the shark that's coming out with Hasbro's Fortnite. It comes with a fishing rod. I'll just use that. I got
Squirtimus says,
you know what I would do with this setup? I would have this exact setup, and then my daughter has this really obnoxious toy where it spins around, the little fish come up and bite it, and you're supposed to try to catch it with a fishing rod.
Yeah, the magnetic one.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Daniel is Dave scale.
Oh, son of a bitch.
One Dave.
I don't get that. I need to make that shirt.
All right. So, how about this one? We've got an upgrade kit for Studio Series Jazz.
Now, this one I like.
Yeah, this has some cool stuff. You get all the accessories you could want and some pretty good gap fillers right there. I really like the inner arm
They didn't
fillers.
turn me in, Turkish.
Well,
And,
You definitely needed those.
yeah.
do you remember there was a third-party figure? I can't remember if it ever came out or if it was like reissued under a different name. It was supposed to be like a Masterpiece Jazz called Hovor.
Yeah, that actually did come out for
Hova?
Transformer Rollout.
Yeah. There's actually these
Yes,
parts
Hova.
remind me of those the add-ons he had. So like I've made fun of the last 2 kits. This one I kind of dig. I kind of want that.
You know, I'm mad. I'm just realizing why they called it Hova.
Because of Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might want it, but I'm probably not gonna get it, just like all the rest of them.
It depends on the price of this one for me. Like if it's on the
More
cheaper
than
side,
him.
yeah, that's the thing.
It's probably, I guarantee you, it's gonna be like $30.
Hopefully
well,
not.
pass for me because I don't have any of the figures to go with it. So.
And it doesn't
And then
have boobs.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, again, of these three kits, this one I get the most desire for. Like I see a true added value to my figure on this.
Yeah.
Well, Martin says grab the DNA upgrade kit for MPM Ironhide. Useful set. Is that the one that comes with the dog that pees? Swarmer says it's up on BBTS. TM Review says I grabbed the DNA Grimlock upgrade. I want to see more of that one. I might get that one because it fixes his teeth.
The only one I have on pre-order is the Ultra Magnus. Earthrise Ultra Magnus.
And that's the one that has like the leg extenders and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think probably just Jazz for me, unless the Hot Rod set is ungodly cheap.
I'm skipping that. I don't really care about hot rod fishing.
Yeah. On to the next.
Okay.
So next up, you guys remember Perfect Fusion? Remember that company?
Sorta.
It ended up being Fans Toys.
Slide.
And remember when Fans Toys was all like, hey, we're still going to do our Soundwave. We redesigned him. And everybody was like, oh, okay, hey, Fans Toy Soundwave is coming. Well, Fans Toy Soundwave isn't coming because we're getting Robot Paradise. So Fans Toys is doing an offshoot.
I
Robot
bought
Paradise.
this figure once or twice, and now I'm getting it from Robot Paradise.
Pre-orders for this guy went up
Never mind.
in the past couple of days, depending on your retailer.
And if you missed it, you missed it.
Yeah. So
Complain about it on your favorite group on Facebook. Stay woke.
So I managed to get my pre-orders in for Soundwave and the tapes.
Did you feel dirty
A little bit, yeah.
because of the price?
Yeah.
What was the total price on all that?
What was that, Dave?
I said, what was the total price on that?
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
I wanna
like
hear it.
$250 at most places, and the tapes are $120.
Oh,
yeah,
So
It did-
$370.
yeah, it depends on your retailer, but yeah, it's not pretty.
Somebody had it for $350. We got $20 off.
I am very happy with my Takara.
I was until I saw that pose of him walking.
Now, this also gives you option pieces. You can make him look toy accurate. So he comes with an alternate head. He comes with pieces for the legs. Lowell Martin says, I definitely feel a bit dirty. Very glad my collection is closer to being done than not.
It's never going to be done.
The colors look
There's
great.
always going to be a better one.
The colors look absolutely beautiful. I want to say that right now. The tapes look beautiful, look wonderfully in scale. I bet you those materials are going to be solid. What I am really hoping is it's going to be minimal. It's going to be painted, so I really hope there's minimal paint scrapage.
I think it's going to be like that more so finished look where most of the pieces are going to be in the molded plastic with a finish over them rather than painted, or it's going to be handled like Quietus. But after getting the Takara Starscream, which I think's a really good figure still, it's just like this whole aesthetic change, in Masterpiece. It's kind of rough because it's like I agree with a lot of people in the chat saying like, hey, the Takara Soundwave is still really good. And I agree. it's a very good figure, but it's just like, yeah.
It's not too inaccurate. It looks
Oh, God,
stiff.
TM reviews. TM reviews with the Coolio line in here.
You just
And Antoine is right to call out the inevitable repaint that's going to go on because no Buzzsaw, no Rat Bat.
It's not going to be Sound Blaster. They have completely different bodies. It's going to be, it will have to be an extensive retool.
For Sound Blaster?
Oh, wait, Sound Blaster. Never mind.
you're
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
thinking
say-
Blaster.
I'm thinking about Blaster. Yeah.
Yeah, Sound Blaster would just, that's a twin cast. But
This is looking like one cassette at a time, too. I guess they didn't even want to try that Takar thing.
Yeah.
'Cause that never worked anyway.
I think it's interesting that the default one he comes with is Frenzy.
Not Buzzsaw.
Or yeah.
Red Guy. He came with Red Guy.
I think it's kind of a smart move on their behalf because I can see a lot of people just being satisfied with getting Laserbeak.
Magic Square did the same thing.
Really?
They came with one. I think he came with one of the guys, and you had to get the set to get the other guy. And then you had to buy a whole separate toy to get Laserbeak.
I feel like they could have just saved themselves shipping costs by just making it all one set, to be honest.
I agree.
You know,
Save
granted-
shipping, save packaging.
But then
Yeah.
it'd be $300, and they didn't want to do that.
Now, I do got to ask, what do you guys think on this Ravage? Because I was watching TM reviews last night. He wasn't feeling the Ravage. I think this is a really good looking Ravage.
I like it, and I think it looks cartoon accurate. The only thing I don't like is it looks like it has empty space in his back.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite third-party Ravage is still the MMC Jaguar. I know it's bigger, but that's my definitive one. Definitive.
This is way more cartoon accurate with the rounded arm, rounded legs.
I think it looks like a Jaguar. I mean, it looks very natural how it's like posing there.
You like it, Jim?
I do. I this is something that if had the price been a little lower, I might have made a better effort to pre-order it. But I did click on that link after you guys put it in the chat, and it was already sold out. But I didn't even know what the price was. Now that I know what the price is, I wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah.
Terry says, "Is the tail short?" I don't think this tail's any shorter than what the official has, because the official one has kind of like I wouldn't call it a nub, but it's not the longest tail.
Well, it's part of the pack, so just get it and never play with it.
I like
Yeah.
I do like I like the perch pose with the wings.
Yes, and that's definitely something that the Takara one can't do.
So that one I give the points to that design.
That's all in one transformation. That's awesome too. These look way more posable than Takara.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I still think the MMC ones, pull it off a bit better. I'm not going to sell those.
Their bodies are lanky. These have fit the proportions more.
Well, next time we meet up, I'll bring them so you can. Well, actually, I have to get my collection back. So when I have my collection back and we meet up, I'll bring them for you to check out. Because I think in hand the MMC ones are pretty good.
I'm liking these. They look like they have weird elbows.
Yeah, because it looks like there's some hinging that goes out for the transformation. I'm really curious to see how all these tapes transform. I mean, I think Laserbeak's probably similar to the Takara one. He's probably just a lot more refined.
I'm liking how good Soundwave looks just standing there.
Yeah. Like that ab crunch makes a bit of a difference in posing him.
Yes.
I do like the ab crunch.
What are the odds that the car comes out with a repaint around the same time as the shipping?
It's hard to say. I mean, that's been like the weird thing about the Takara is you never know when they're gonna like stealth drop something. Just like these third party companies, it's like release schedules are a thing of the past.
They might release 2.0.
Yeah.
That honestly, I don't even think they have to do a 2.0 Soundwave. They could probably just do a tune repaint and come in under the price, and they might even have that already in their back pocket, ready to go.
Yeah, because they could realistically retool that Soundwave to make him modern. He would just need new hips, and an ab crunch engineered in, and then they could, probably retool the legs a little bit, give him a new head. It wouldn't take that much. It really wouldn't take that much. I'm curious to see the back of. I know this one sounds a little weird, but I'm curious to see the back of the tape cassette, because that was another thing on the Takara one. Like the back of it was a complete mess.
It looks like he's wearing a rectangle on his back, and it hangs down lower than his butt.
This here or on the robot?
The robot. Oh, you mean when it's a cassette player?
Yeah. So like the Takara cassette player mode was like it was a mess from the back.
Yeah, and everybody gave it a pass.
No. I mean, well, you're not going to display it from the back, but I mean, like as like a whole role play thing, right? It.
I display all my toys backwards.
But I mean, like when Extra or when KFC did their version of Blaster, like one of the cool things about it was that it had panels to fill out the back, so it actually, even though it was way too small, it looked like a boom box. It's kind of like having a Megatron in gun mode and having like one side of the gun be like not filled out. So.
Well, I look forward to seeing what you guys do with your purchases. Next.
Well, next up, we've got even more from Fans Toys. They're showing off their Outrider, which is their Trailbreaker, looking basically finished. We've seen this guy as a resin prototype, but it seems like Fans Toys is trying to crank these guys out as fast as possible. I think this guy's been up for pre-order on numerous sites. I know he was up on Chosen Prime for a long time, and I'm curious if they're going to honor the original prices on these.
It looks good.
I like him. I didn't pre-order him because I spent too much money.
Yeah. There he is with with their I forget the name of their
guy.
Yeah,
Braun and Warpath.
Yeah.
Sheridan.
There you go. Sheridan and Hunk.
I was a Babylon 5 fan, so.
I think this looks good. I have the X-Transbots one, and I'm pretty happy with it.
I would say if you did not buy the X-Transbots one, feel free to get this guy. If you have the X-Transbots guy, appreciate the money you're saving.
And, of course, if you're going to do a Trailbreaker, you got to have a hoist. Well, I think this is the first we've seen of any resin prototype. Of course, Fans Toys hoist. I think his name is Officia.
Who names this shit? They should have named him Yoink.
JJ Battlecat works with everything. If you want to put Origins figures on it, do that. Rawr. Does it come with? Oh wait, I thought that was smoke for a second. I'm shocked that the door is open. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like Fans Toys doesn't normally do all that extra.
I'll say this is probably the best looking hoist I think I've ever seen.
Right.
For a hoist.
For a hoist, yeah.
As soon as I opened the X-Transbots one, I regretted it instantly.
Yeah. I agree with Sportimus here. The X-Transbots version is still really good.
It's for those of you who have been waiting and waiting and passing off because everybody else did them, and nope, I'm gonna wait for the fans' toys. I'm gonna wait for the fans' toys. I think you will be pleased.
Yeah.
I hope he is less than 150.
Well, that's what I said. That they honor the original prices. I mean, the thing I hope Fans Toys does is just don't overload these figures with accessories, and I think they've been pretty good at that. Like, there were a lot of accessories Hunk and Sheridan could have come with. Like, they could have get, okay, hey, for Braun we're gonna give Megatron's cannon, and for Sheridan we're gonna give blast effects. But they didn't. They were very reserved to keep that price down. So I hope for like some of these, you know, B tier characters. You know, I know there's Hoist and Trailbreaker fans out there, but you know,
Yeah,
just
this
don't
one
overload.
doesn't need shit, and it doesn't look like it comes with anything.
He's got his arm cannon, you know.
Yep.
So
I like them. I might get it. Yeah.
next up, we have a figure I think T and I are definitely getting. That is the MMC Men. We get a new shot. We've seen the shot of the faces before, but this looks like a pretty much finished figure.
Is it pre-orderable?
I believe he is. You look at the scooter, the faces. There was a picture of him transformed with Optus Pexus holding it. Bear with me. I'll find out if you can pre-order this guy. So ShowZ has him up for pre-order. It appears that they're the only site to have him so far. But yeah, I imagine this guy's gonna probably stealth drop.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
Those
I'm in
pictures
for
are
this one.
awesome.
He's got so much stuff to lose.
Yeah, that he does. But
Get you a Ziploc bag.
yeah, or keep the box. But
He's
yeah,
like an SH Figure Arts or something, or Mayfix almost with all that shit.
I think it's cool for MMC to experiment. Like, I think Optus Pexus was a cool experiment, you know, in creating a Astrobot like transforming robot, and then, you know, here kind of like, you know, you're getting at is like creating something that's in the realm of SH Figure Arts with all the accessories. I think it's cool that they don't just try and take the Takara approach with all their releases or standard third-party approach.
Laughing like Kevin.
he still firmly believes that Matt is a serial killer.
Well, he's going to be hunting for him right now.
That's the thing, is like we could create like a show where Kevin's a detective and he's got like a room and he's got like all those pictures of Matt like pinned up in there, and there's like string going from each picture, and then there's a picture of Darkwing Duck.
And in the corner, just my face on a dartboard.
So Dave, are you in on this one?
I'd like to be, but I mean,
Do it,
as long as a cool character, I just don't have that love for him. I'm being
Fair
very
enough.
selective now in what I get, and like, yeah, like,
Do it, Dave. Buy it.
no, I can't. He just it doesn't.
Awesome. He'll take awesome pictures. Look at that.
I mean, he is Primus.
He can wave high. And he was a major character in the comic books. You like comic books?
I know who he is. I know what he's done. It's just I don't have. I want to. I need to get the. I want my priority right now. The next MMC figure I want to be getting probably at TFCon is going to be the Getaway, and then maybe the.
When you see this guy, I think you might, if they have him on open display.
If I'm gonna get another Prime, I'm gonna get another nuclear. I'm gonna get the Nuclear Blast Supreme Commander.
Do it.
Because
He's gonna
yeah,
get
it's
it.
enabled me on the other Supreme Commander. So
And we didn't stray you wrong.
What's next?
Cajun is what's up. So next up, last on our Transformers discussion, we've got a other Dr. Wu Legends class figure. But what's interesting about this one is we've been looking at all these Dr. Wu Legends figures, and they've been teeny tiny. So this one's called Alma. It's obviously their take on an RC. So this one comes out to about just under 4 inches tall.
You know,
Whereas the others,
I saw those pictures. I didn't know what that was.
or Amy is what it's called. I will say this is probably the best looking Legends RC.
I think it looks better than the Hasbro.
Yeah.
Love me, hate me, say what you want about me.
I mean,
the boys and all of the girls are begging that if you see Jamie.
I think this one does a pretty good job of pulling off both the alt mode and the robot mode, to be honest. And
Her thighs aren't thick enough.
yeah, I imagine that probably is for the transformation. Like looking at this, it probably takes some cues from that Thrilling 30 transformation.
Everybody takes cues from that.
Yeah, even the official masterpiece did.
Wait,
Kinda looks
so
like-
we don't know how tall it is? Or did you say that?
It's just under 4 inches tall, which for a Legends class figure is, well, I think on the larger side.
Yeah, she might. Oh, you like you just said, or didn't somebody just say you could probably fit in with the deluxes?
Yeah, actually, the way things are going these days, probably.
Yeah.
But she's gonna be more than a deluxe price.
No, way more. No, I mean it is Dr. Wu, but at the same time, yeah, hard to say what she's going to come in at.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. I do like RC.
And KJ, yeah, I think everybody on the show bought that sexy version of RC, the Alcy
Nicey.
or Nicey,
The nice.
Alcy. Yeah.
I heard.
Alcy wasn't so sexy.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
heard.
think Dave got her. Did Dave?
I did
you
not
get
get
her?
her. I did not get the Nicey, but I'm kind of. I was regretting, but then I heard how because when she came out, that's when I was doing my move. Remember that was during my moratorium.
Mhm.
But I heard that her joints started really loosening up after a while. So
Just don't move it.
I mean, before when I packed mine up, it was still fine.
okay.
But, yeah. All right. Next, I'm sure there's also gonna Big Firebird hasn't gone anywhere. I'm sure that figure will also probably get a reissue, and I'm sure she'll probably be available at TFCon, so you can see it in person. All right. Next up, the exciting news. The news I think everybody wanted us to talk about is, did Target redeem themselves? We had 2 days of Target reissues. Not to mention, we also had a kind of if you are a Hasbro Pulse Premium member, which I know a lot of people aren't, there was also a chance to get them on Pulse Premium. But yeah, so
I didn't know that. I didn't know they came back to premium.
yeah, they were unfortunately limit 1 per customer, which I kind of want to talk about a little bit because these are troop builder figures. So
I'm 50-50 with you on this one. I'm 50-50 because because of by limiting 1, we got
everybody gets one.
Yes.
Yeah, and Burness was up for a while too.
Yeah. So yeah, yesterday it was the Cobra Trooper, Roadblock, Firefly, and Baroness. And was Beachhead on? Yeah, I think Beachhead was on there as well. They had the Viper listed, but I think the Viper like sold out instantly. It was kind of weird.
No, I think because I don't think
He came back today, right?
Yeah,
He
Viper
came back
and
today.
Baroness were today. I think they staggered it, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, so I was able to get one Viper and one additional Cobra Trooper. So I'm happy about that. So I'm like, I've rounded out. Like I think that they'll probably do the Viper in one way, shape, or form. Probably without the scarf. Probably a slight repaint. And
Yeah, I bought the same thing you bought, the Viper and the Trooper.
I got the Viper. I did since the Trooper. I only bought it the one day, so I have that one as a store pickup, so I didn't have to pay for the shipping because I'm not a Red Card member. I know T. And then I got Viper and Baroness today, so I am probably going to bought it just so I could get a coil, so I could repaint the coil.
I think Sportimus woke up too late, and the Vipers was gone.
Sportimus, if they show up on Pulse, I'll let you know.
The Viper.
And
they might. What if they come back tomorrow?
We'll see. It would be nice if they did. I mean, I like the fact that Target is finally doing something. Like, look, these were all one per customer, and like Dave said, everybody got one. The other thing, when you do it one per customer, you're not going to have scalpers buying up like, dozens of them.
It's funny that Yojo June ended, and now they come back.
Yeah, that is really funny. I mean, go figure that they had that whole event in June. Kind of got the figures in the store like for a minute. Like I went to Targets and I was seeing like Lady J, Cobra Commander, Flint, and Blood, and I was shocked that I mean, there was a couple weeks where I could go into any Target and find Major Blood. I was like happy to see that.
I think somebody yesterday posted a picture of Major Blood, and I was shocked.
Yeah. Well, now like all the Targets I've gone to, there's no G.I. Joes at all. Like the last time I saw a G.I. Joe on the shelf was at the one crappy Walmart around here. There was a Cobra Commander like tucked away on top of a shelf.
You don't need more Vipers, Kevin. What else we got?
So yeah, that was the thing. Not only are they doing this for the G.I. Joes, but also for the Flashpoint Batman. I saw a lot of the unmasked ones. I never saw the masked version.
Really?
So, really, yeah. Matter of fact, I still see the unmasked one a lot. But I will say it's like and again, like maybe I just didn't see it because I wasn't really looking for them. I'm very picky with the McFarlane stuff.
Yeah, that Batman I saw for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah. But I think it's cool that they're at least acknowledging that they have an exclusive problem and that there's collectors that are left out. And I hope this is kind of a turning point.
I bought that figure, but for somebody else, and then I shipped it out.
Yeah. Also, you can still get barbecue on the Target app for pre-order. Wow. Yeah. So hopefully they solve their exclusive issue. But there and again,
many people don't know who barbecue is.
Yeah, but I mean, that can be said for a lot of these G.I. Joe characters. Like, how many people really know who Beachhead is?
Everybody should.
They should.
He had a major role in the movie.
I mean, who doesn't want Beachhead in their life?
Right.
People that don't like sand, so Anakin Skywalker's a no.
Ooh,
I think that's why Joe Joe moved to Florida.
I'm up
There
for
you
it, Chad.
So we got. So yeah, there you go. Daniel H, what's up, man? Oh, and today is Brad Harper's birthday. So happy birthday, Brad! If you're watching us.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And okay, so next up, we know. So we'll round off our GI Joe news with the Super 7 reveal coming up. So new Super 7 was doing something with GI Joe. We still don't know what, but Super 7 posted on their Facebook 4 hours ago a very cryptic message saying, "Knowing is half the battle, and on July 15th, you'll know." So all we can do on this one still is speculate, but
I don't get it. Hasbro does one thing. Super 7 then does the other thing. Hasbro does this, then Super 7 does it. I look at the Super 7s and I just wanted to buy more of the Hasbros.
yeah,
They're probably going to be giant 3 3/4 inch figures.
I'm thinking that they'll probably be very toyetic if they're ultimates.
With limited
But watch them do a bat and people go nuts buying the Super 7 bats to
That won't scale properly.
yeah,
Right.
just yeah,
$55 a piece.
yeah.
I'm still debating about getting that red Tyrannosaur though.
You know,
You should do it.
one thing, if they're doing ultimates, Super 7 does vehicles. So
They're
or
going to be ultimately priced.
probably so. That Thunder Tank's any indication.
I'd rather
But-
let Jada Toys make them.
Yeah, I would prefer Jada to do it. Jada or Hasbro partner with Jazzwares.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got a look at the 3016 scale White Ranger.
Is Kevin still with us?
Yeah, gonna pull him back in. Now, I'm curious because it's like right now you have the Mezco Ranger announcements. I think Mezco is like the perfect company to be doing Power Rangers. But like the 3.0 stuff has been no slouch at all. So I'm really curious when people get these, what's going to be the preference.
Well, this
I
is
mean-
1/6 scale, so
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, once Mezco showed that they were making the 1/12 scale G.I. Joe, I canceled my my 3.0 Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes.
I'm just saying this is a highlight piece for a Power Ranger collection, by far. I mean, it looks immaculate.
Yeah. I mean, if you didn't have the logo there, you would think that's like a stock photo or a picture of somebody in costume.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like Hot Toys tier.
I'll probably hold out, and I might pick up their Green Ranger as a centerpiece for my collection.
All right. Next up, Storm Collectibles, giving Golden Axe a little bit more love here. You get Gilius and Chicken Leg. So
He is over $100.
yeah. Well, I mean the reason for this one is, I mean, you do get a beast for him to ride.
Zoom
And
in on the
you can see, yeah. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like the beak open and closes, but it does actually have, joints for the legs. That's probably also going to be a bendy tail.
So you can put Axe Battler on it.
You could put probably any of them on there.
The stripper dude.
It is nice that they're actually coming out with Gilius, because I think Axe Battler by himself with a bunch of Skeletons looks like a haunted Chippendales.
Mhm. We know you want it. Oh yeah, Mac Man.
KJ says, looking forward to Tyrus Flare. Yeah. They got to round out the set.
Looks good. I mean, I bet that would look really good with some Mythic Legions.
Yeah.
I mean, it can outpose a Mythic Legions any day. It's just Golden Axe is cool. I've read very good things about Death Adder, but
He looked like a roided out Link.
Yeah.
I mean, Death Adder, I would imagine, is probably a lot like their Shao Kahn in terms of, like, you know, how he works.
It's a pass for me, dog.
Pass for me too. I think it's cool that they're doing you know, doing more with Golden Axe.
yeah, why not? I'm glad they're finishing out one franchise.
Yeah.
And I just need to get the female warrior. Yeah, the Tyrus Flare. So
maybe he could be the old man in a cave for Link. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
So I'm curious too. I forget what the name of the guy he wrote on, and because again, there's an arcade sequel to Golden Axe. Like Golden Axe 2 on Genesis was not the same as the sequel to Golden Axe in the arcade. In Golden Axe 2, Gilius rides on the back of this like giant dude, kind of like Master Blaster situation. And I'm curious if they would include him, or if they do anything from Revenge of Death Adder, because I'm not sure.
I would love just to see. Well, I like to see Storm finish off one franchise.
Yeah,
Get one game done. Let them.
Yeah.
This should have been an easy one. We got some skeletons. We got Death Adder. We got the 3 characters. It's done.
I had no idea they had a sequel to Golden Axe.
It's awesome, and it's got like divergent paths. The characters are all pretty cool. So there's 4 characters instead of 3. There is, so Gilius is like in that whole Master Blaster situation. You have this kid named Trix. He's like a little elf boy who has like a pitchfork as his weapon. There is a Minotaur girl, and then there's a barbarian that looks like Conan. He looks a bit cooler than Axe Battler. So if you get yourself a Raspberry Pi, I can hook you up with a bunch of arcade games.
Cool.
So next up, we don't normally cover Marvel Selects on here, but I saw this Silver Centurion. Just want to know what you guys thought of it, because I thought the Walgreens Silver Centurion looked kind of like lame, to be honest.
It wasn't bad. Think about Marvel Selects are display pieces. They're not true full.
Oh, of course.
And they're 7-inch scale, so this is not a replacement for your collection. But it looks like a very good display piece. I mean, if you're doing a select run, I think you'll be pleased with it. I mean, I think I got about 6 Marvel Selects, but I don't have any of the human-sized characters in my selects. I got a Hulk, I got the Rhino, I got World War Hulk, Abomination, and Carnage.
I see a lot of Omni-Man customs out of that Tony Stark head.
I can see that. No, I'd love to see somebody take a J. Jonah Jameson and make an Omni-Man custom out of that head. So I guess that is a.
It looks
pass.
alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Marvel Select. So
Yeah.
Automatic.
All right. So next up, we have a little bit of a toiler. If anybody doesn't know what toiler is, a potential spoiler in toy form. So if you're interested in watching the Masters of the Universe Revelation series, This one might be a little bit of a spoiler, but hey, we're going to show it anyway because the toy has been revealed.
Joe, you can come back now. We miss you.
If it's on Facebook,
Oh, I'm not.
you already got
worried
spoiled.
about. I'm not planning on watching this. So.
Okay. This
So,
looks like a good figure.
It does. It really does. And the other thing I like about this is it's a different take on Faker. Like you would expect Faker to be blue, like the blue and orange version of He-Man. Though he does have the traditional kind of different chest armor.
I like everything about this.
Yeah, I think this is a retool done right.
I shall be skipping.
And someone's going to turn this into a Colossus.
Yeah.
The head of it.
I mean, it's like I'm still, as I said, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to get in on this line yet, but
Yeah, find the He-Man first. If this is only $30, it looked like it's worth it. Maybe it might only be 25 if we're lucky.
So
Yeah, I mean, I could see it being sold as a deluxe figure. I could also see it being sold as a regular. No, it's got to be a deluxe figure because that box is bigger than what you're getting.
Yeah.
There's way more accessories than what you
Yeah.
get with the
And they
other.
do have that deluxe SKU because Skelegod is a deluxe figure.
yeah. But I'm really glad.
Battle Cat is a deluxe.
I mean, I saw I'm liking the amount of love that this is getting merchandise wise. The packaging is gorgeous. I love.
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, the box have that unique shape to it. It sticks out on the shelves nicely. I love that stone background on there. This reminds me of old school toy merchandising in all the right ways.
Yeah. Yeah. And not only that, it's thick board in the packaging. But
I mean, just in general, I mean, this is giving me more hype than the Netflix Transformers figures were.
Yeah.
So this makes the He-Man show feel like it's He-Man. Like, okay, they're making a big deal of this coming back. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Kevin Smith does some good stuff. I'm just going to turn off my brain. I'm not going to be,
I do that with everything. Because everything, they change so much. You have to turn off your brain.
But again, He-Man, the core, like, okay, the original He-Man cartoon sucked. G.I. Joe. The G.I. Joe cartoon actually is pretty painful to watch. G.I. Joe comic, totally different thing. I can reread that over and over again. Got a lot of emotional attachment to that G.I. Joe comic. The He-Man cartoon, honestly, they really didn't do much. Now that early 2000 show, different thing altogether. There's some attachment to that because they did some good jobs with the plot. So, I mean, that's a great that art. Dear God, the box art. They got some. They did not when they had the DC Universe property. They did not show anywhere half as much love as they're showing this property. And they had the freaking DC. They took that for granted. I at least need to get my hands on regular Skeletor and He-Man, and if I would love for this to, because I was never a Mattel fan. I had the Mattel Harley Quinn. It didn't make me a fan. I actually sold that. Actually, if a certain guy with a skull has my Harley Quinn in his collection, but this could this could be everything that Mattel needs to get a resurgence.
G.I. Joe cartoon, I can watch that. In fact, I have been watching it on YouTube with their series. And happy anniversary, Mark 44 Prime.
Oh, yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, yeah. Congrats. I was going to say, I kind of feel like every single cartoon from our childhood, at least in the 80s, sucks now. Like, when you go back and watch them, like, pretty much all of them.
Check out the Real Ghostbusters. That holds up.
Oh, the Real Ghostbusters will hold up. You know what else holds up? Dragon Ball holds up. Everything else pretty much, doesn't.
Yeah, Robotech.
It ruins it kind of in a way. It can kind of ruin like because you have fond memories, and if you go back and watch some of that stuff, it's like, oh, what the hell? Why the? Some of it's like I try to get my kids to watch it. I'm like, oh, you'll like this because Daddy watched it when he was a kid, and then I put it on. Oh, this is really stupid. I'm like, yeah, it kind of is.
Well, that was the whole thing when they were making the Voltron show on Netflix a while ago. It's like we remembered Voltron. Then we watched Voltron and we realized it wasn't quite what we remembered it to be. So we decided to make this series the way we wanted it to be remembered, which they did about 85% of the way, I like to say.
Well, season 3 of Transformers, holy moly!
God, that's season 3. I used to think season 3 was my favorite, but no, no.
That every episode I tried to watch would seem like when you're in school and you have to write a book report and then you procrastinate and you just slap something together at the end. That's what every episode felt like.
Except for Call of the Primitives was still an absolutely gorgeous episode, but oh dear God, the storyline. If we reverse it, fuck that shit. All right, next.
Yeah, before we keep going on tangents. Is there anything else?
There is one more. There is one more thing. And
but wait,
there's one more thing for Masters of the Universe. And we've got one more thing other than that. But we'll be wrapping it up. So the first one is we're getting from the Netflix series, we're actually getting Masters of the Universe minis, and the first two revealed are Fisto and Beastman.
Fisto.
Not sure whether these have any articulation. It looks like Stridor does.
I think their shoulders move and maybe their head.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a nice desk toy.
Yeah.
That's how I look at that.
I like looking at them at the store.
Now,
if that counts.
This picture here, this doesn't look too good.
There's a lot of jokes about Fisto that's been made.
Yeah, his name is Fisto.
Well, putting the cart before the horse there, you know?
Actually, they should have put him before the horse. Putting him behind the horse makes it even worse. But that looks fine. Honestly, that would look really good on a desk.
And these kind of remind me of those the little figurines that Hasbro had years ago for Transformers.
Actually, it reminds me of the loyal subjects have a lot more posability than this does, but
yeah,
it looks like definitely the waist, the shoulders, and the head.
But
it's something cool. It would have been cool if it came in Happy Meals for free.
Or at least had a coupon for a burger, right?
Yeah. But definitely, that definitely looks like something that would be good for kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
They would not, there's nothing to lose. I don't see any weapons.
Yeah. I guess the main reason I wanted to pull these up is it looks like they're actually committed to bringing Masters of the Universe back. Looks like they're trying to diversify outside.
Yeah. Oh, heck, I saw that Hordak figure. I was impressed.
Yeah.
But
actually, KJ in the chat posted that Mattel apparently refuted that they're ending the Origins line. So,
dude, this blanket's so soft.
They're waiting until Revelation starts selling.
And next up, surprising no one, and last on our docket is Napoleon and Attila, the last two of the Ninja Frogs. Well, they weren't Ninja Frogs, but
they were. I forgot what they were. Shoot. They might say it there in the little description.
No, they don't have anything on there. But these look like they're about ready to go. These will probably start showing up soon.
They've been ready. All they had to do is change the paint.
And give the other accessories. Yeah, I'm guessing Genghis and Rasputin will probably start drying up pretty soon, though they've probably been the most plentiful of the 2-packs.
because nobody remembers them, and they're frogs and not turtles.
Yeah,
But not Battletoads.
they're not Battletoads. Interesting cross cells on the back: Vernon and Rat King, Splinter and Baxter, and Krang's body. So hopefully those get some reissues. I know some people who still need at least Vernon and Rat King and Krang's body.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Vernon.
And it's a good set. I only saw him once, and I had an assist.
Once again, it is a good time to be a Turtles fan. If you are a Turtles fan, you have options left, right, all across the board from all different types of makes. You've got from figure art, well, you sort of have
Super 7.
NECA, Super 7, Playmates still.
Best action.
Huh?
That
Best action.
Yeah, the not fig arts ones that are like scaled down.
Yeah. And then I still need a freaking Reveltech Leonardo.
Mega Constructs.
Though it's kind of crazy that Playmates has been like kind of squandering the line. Like they'll do things here and there, but there's no turtle section in the toy aisle anymore.
Oh no. Which is
Criminal.
NECA's thrilled about that.
So
There's no show.
I saw those, that turtle body that they used back from Secret of the Ooze. They've like reused it 3 or 4 times. I just saw again reissued as the Mirage style, which was kind of neat.
Yeah, that is weird. I saw those too.
And those are not bad turtle bucks by far. I actually had them for a little while, and they pose pretty well.
Yeah,
but hold the weapons.
Where are they even selling those? Are they?
I saw them at a comic shop.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it in Third Eye.
But yeah, it's a good time to be a Turtles fan.
I'm guessing
retro fan in general.
I'm probably the only one in on this set.
I got to address this. Forget the preteen dirty Gene Kung Fu kangaroos, man. I want my adolescent radioactive Kung Fu hamsters, and that was actually a comic book.
You guys remember that movie with the kangaroos that were basically turtle ripoffs?
No.
There were a ton of turtle ripoffs.
Now, the only there's 2 movies I can think of with kangaroos. There was Kangaroo Jack, and then Tank Girl had the Rippers, which were mutated kangaroos.
Well, these were kind of like done like they were people in makeup.
Oh, that no.
I'm gonna give you guys memories.
Yeah. I do remember that. And I wondered what the hell was that, and who the hell greenlit that?
I do not.
I don't remember this one.
Yeah, Warriors of Virtue.
Yeah, no, I'll go back to Tank Girl, which still has one of the best '90s movie soundtracks, second only to The Crow.
And The Crow is a very good soundtrack.
Yeah, the Tank Girl soundtrack is an amazing soundtrack.
I think the best '90s soundtrack though is probably the one Twin Peaks movie, Firewalk with Me.
Depends on your showcase of '90s music. Let me put it that way.
Fair enough. That it had original music, like Perfect Drug was, Perfect Drug was.
Mulholland Drive.
Was it? I thought it was also for Natural Born Killers.
Oh, okay.
Trent Reznor did the soundtrack for Natural Born Killers, but. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my turtle display back too. I miss having all those figures out. All right, well I think that'll do it for tonight's show. Look, folks, Joe's right there.
I need that Aries in my. I will. That Aries will be in my life.
Wired cape.
Yeah, I know.
So when T posts his review, are you going to say it's an injustice that you don't own that figure?
I'm in 2 raffles for that thing right now. Oh, geez, we scared off Joe.
We did scare off Joe, but thankfully we didn't scare off you fine folks who've hung out with us throughout the duration of the show. So again, happy anniversary, Mark 44. Brad, very happy birthday. thanks to everybody who came and hung out with us this evening.
Thank you. No effort.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously, man.
What Dave just said, but with my voice.
Well, he'll at least get the shout out in the chill review, you know.
Yeah, he better get
I
a
know
shout
he
out. I keep saying he is truly one of, if not our top supporter. You know, in my eyes, he is. Not only in my eyes, but in Matthew's eyes. So come on, man. We only got 28. We got 28 viewers. How many likes we got? Because we got to pump up. No,
Yeah,
we got to pump up those numbers, pal.
yeah. Pump up them numbers. So before you guys head out, make sure you kielbasa slam that like button because it helps us out a lot. And I think that'll do it.
Even I liked it.
I gotta go back and like the show. But yeah, that'll do it for tonight's episode. Again, thanks to everybody that came and hung out with us and chatted with us throughout the course of the evening. We love you guys, and we look forward to seeing you all. Same Figure Action channel, same Figure Action time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Peace out and have a good one.
Later.
Watch my invisible action figure review.